So we've got these wonderful rights, but Health Canada just ignores them. So in the Charter we've taken, but Health Canada just ignores them. So in the Charter we've taken, and sometimes word for word from court decisions, and we say, hey, here are our health rights. We didn't create any. They all exist already. And we put in there some principles that should be followed, such as the best judge of whether a treatment works for a person is the person. Because what people find is, they'll have tried a whole bunch of treatments, nothing works, and then they come across one that works. And then Health Canada wants to take that away, and they say, no, my life depends on it, or I'll suffer terribly without it. And Health Canada says, well, that's meaningless. They've said that under oath in court. That's meaningless. We need double-blind clinical trials. Well, I'm sorry. If you're sick and you depend on a product, most of us don't have millions of dollars or the time to run double-blind clinical trials to satisfy some bureaucrat that's going to ignore the study anyway. So, and really, we are the best judge. So the Charter really just brings sanity, and it says things like, it forces a balanced risk analysis, because this is all about safety, isn't it? So it basically says, hey, government, before you can take a product off the market saying there's a risk, you have to look at both sides. Is there more risk of removing the product from the market than leaving it on? See, because there could be a risk for leaving it on, but if you're going to cause more risk by taking it off, then that's not how you do it. Then you better just rely on education and better labeling, or however. What can you do to best mitigate the risk? Because Health Canada, their knee-jerk reaction every time is, when it's a natural health product, is remove. Okay, not for chemical pharmaceuticals, but for a natural health product, you complain about, oh, I got an upset stomach, that product's got to be removed. Doesn't matter how many people are getting relief. So it just really brings sanity, and it also creates a Ministry of Wellness to basically protect and promote natural health products. And the Minister of Wellness can't be the Minister of Health. So, and we did that so that pharmaceutical lobbying that takes place towards Health Canada can't take place towards the Ministry of Health. So we think it's the absolute solution. It's not, it doesn't belong to the NHPPA, it belongs to everyone, and certainly the groups that all participated in putting it together. But we have a petitions that we want signed. We want to get more signatures than the Don't Treat Our Foods as Drugs, and we want to have that petition go across the country and then get tabled in Parliament, so that the will of the people is clear to Parliament. And so we need you to support the Charter, petitions, the whole thing. Helke's going to come up and just close. I'm then going to ask Dee Nicholson if she will kind of fill in the blanks on CETA for us, because she's spent a lot of time looking into the CETA thing, this comprehensive agreement. It's very important for you to have a good kind of basis of that, and then we'll take some questions and answers.
Thanks a lot. I always get scared when I listen to you, and I hope you did too. The first question I want to pose to you actually is, where do we...
Okay, so the AV guy's going to have to turn that mic up.
Can you hear me?
No, just project. Okay.
There's something wrong with this thing.
No, you're good. Just project.
You can hear me? Okay. The first thing I wanted to ask is, how do we all get a hold of this petition? There are some sheets at my booth 258, which is the cost publishing booth, but many of you may want to get a hold of extra sheets, because how do you plan on doing this? Could you explain this a bit better?
That's actually a good question. First of all, the Charter of Health Freedom has its own website. So if you Google Charter of Health Freedom, you'll find it. But it's just www.charterofhealthfreedom.org. And there's actually petitions, a PDF you can download and just print off yourself. So, and then there's instructions on the bottom to mail it back to us, because we're collecting them. Like, we've now got a filing cabinet full where, like, last count was 55,000 signatures, and we haven't even pushed the thing. So it's certainly like everyone to, be getting us signatures. We also have at the back and in our booth, we want to collect all your email addresses. And why we want that is, we're always doing things. So for example, this lecture is being taped, it will be put on our website. Well, we'll send out an email